Hello my friends, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. I kind of felt called to just do a very spur of the moment reading with different oracle decks, so I'm not quite sure what this reading is going to be about. Maybe I'll come up with the name after I do it and I see what these piles are about. I just felt really called to come on and kind of do what you need to hear, you know? So yeah, we have 3 piles to choose from. I will show you the deck that I'm using for each one and the crystal up close. So for pile number 1, I'm using the Oracle of the Fairies and this piece of amethyst. And for pile number 2, I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle. You can tell by this book that this is a very loved deck of mine that I use a lot. And we have this Herkimer diamond. And for pile number 3, we have, messages from the mermaids. And we have this piece of celestite. So if you need a minute to sit with the energy, you can pause it here and I will see you at your pile. Hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Fairy Oracle and this piece of amethyst, this is going to be your reading about what you need to hear. I don't know what you need to hear yet. We're going to find out together. I'm going to put your crystal right there. So yeah, I'm leaving this open. So let's have a shuffle. I thought what I would do is I would go past, present, future energy, and we'll see what comes out for you. And then we'll get tarot to clarify. So let's have a look, my friends. What do you need to hear today? We have inner child. You could be working on getting to know your inner child right now. I actually did a short the other day, which I haven't posted yet, about something you can do to find your inner child. So some ways that you can find your inner child is to explore things you did as a kid, interests you had as a kid, you know, start exploring playing again. So many of us were, you know, grew up so quickly. Come on. We'll do one more shuffle. We have manifestation, so you could be manifesting something right now. So let's have a look. What's going on here for my beautiful friends? We have inspiration. Be prepared, as soon you'll receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So you could be getting some intuitive downloads or finding some inspiration here, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna look at 3 cards and see what Spirit wants you to know. So let's have a look here. So that's interesting. We have wait for winter. During the colder months of the Fairy Queen of Winter, during the colder months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. So it could be that you have been, in the past, maybe you were in isolation. I'm saying isolation and I see solitude right here. So it could be that, you know, you've been waiting for something to manifest, whether that be love, whether that be a new career, whether that be money, whatever it is. And I feel like maybe you've gone through a period of lack of not seeing those manifestations come in. You may even be wondering, you know, why is this thing that I want so badly not coming in? Anyway, I'm going to read it. And then right away we have solitude coming out as well. So current energy, you could be feeling very alone. And perhaps for some of you, you're feeling lonely, you know, missing having a companion, or maybe you don't have, maybe you work from home, maybe you don't have many friends, maybe you don't have a pet. You could also be someone who's purposely isolating themselves right now. So really focusing, I'm seeing the Hermit, Virgo energy, focusing on your soul path, on your inner work, on finding your inner child. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. So it definitely feels here. I'm interested to see what comes out in future, because we have winter, you know, waiting for something to thaw, waiting for something to manifest. Then we have solitude, you feeling alone, you know. So let's see what comes out for future energy. Here we go. We have wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desires and then take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. So it almost feels to me like after this period of solitude, you start being able to manifest more easily here in the future. And Spirit's saying, wish wisely and then take practical steps towards your manifestations. So if you have been, you know, waiting for manifestations, it could be that in the future, you are taking more practical steps towards those manifestations instead of waiting for them. So, you know, for example, I'll just use myself as an example. You know, I went through a period where I was waiting for, you know, I wanted to be a light worker. I was waiting for that to manifest. I was isolating, thinking about it, thinking, you know, learning about myself. And then I was able to take steps towards that in the physical. So some people, you know, sit around waiting for their manifestations, and then they hit a point where they start putting energy towards it in the 3D, if that makes any sense at all. We're going to read. The W's could be symbolic because I see 4 W's here. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but I'm seeing someone with possibly a W in their name. Perhaps you're manifesting something that starts with a W. So we have wait for winter. Wishes, and it's actually on page 108, which 1 is magician energy and 8 is, you know, it's the number of strength. So needing to be strong in believing in your manifestations, I'm hearing. Wishes or spiritual seeds made in your heart will come to fruition during the winter months, emerging like winter berries, ripe and full of promise. The fairy queen of winter, with snowflake on her wings, comes to remind you to keep your faith, to remember that all wishes, like seeds, grow in darkness until they're ready to burst forth into the light. Are you ready to receive your wishes? Part of the wishing process is to prepare yourself for their manifestation. This could involve removing any psychic ties or spiritual obstacles that have been holding you back from the full realization and birthing of your dreams into this earthly realm. Wherever you live in the world, you'll know that the fairy queen of winter is nearby when the weather turns cooler or when you see snowdrops pushing up through the snow. This is a sign that your wishes too are soon to bloom. Interesting. Remember that our wishes don't always manifest in the way we envisioned. They will come to be in whichever way is perfect for all concerned for the highest good of all. Be especially receptive to any ideas or inspiration that float into your mind around the magical time of winter. It's also the time to practice divination using winter-related mediums such as snowflake or ice. If you live in a country that has cold winters, if you don't, you can use ice cubes. Interesting. So you could have been going through a period where you were kind of, I'm seeing 7 of Pentacles, you know, you're tending to your manifestations, you're intuitively believing them, even though you can't see anything in the physical. And we have solitude. Think of being, oh, I already read that. Sometimes, so first of all, this is on page 98. And 9 is hermit energy. And 8 is strength. So finding your inner strength in being alone, you know? I've been talking a lot about it, how once you find your true self, once you go through that hermit energy where you self-reflect and you heal and you learn about yourself, it's hard, it's lonely. 8, you need strength to get through it, to, you know, face your ego, to face your fears, to be confident in being alone. And so maybe you resonate with that energy right now. Maybe you're feeling, or you have felt very much alone. Maybe you're learning how to find comfort in your own company, I'm hearing. Sometimes when we think of being alone, it can bring a fear of feeling lonely or melancholy, as we often associate being alone with these feelings. Here's the good news. It really is okay to be alone, being comfortable in your own skin and in your own beautiful company. How free does this make you feel to know this? Tuning into the deep places within, where our inner treasures reside, can be a profound and enlightening experience. The spiritual essence of this experience is peace. Peace within and without. Experiencing true peace is also something that can only happen when we spend precious time in solitude, in contemplation or meditation, even if it's only for a few minutes each day. When we're out of balance, being alone can make us feel lonely and sorry for ourselves, and we might still feel like this even when we're in company. Counterbalance this by observing your blessings, and it won't be long before you're in a state of gratitude for your own divine company. If this card has popped up for you today, the fairies are urging you to take some time out and spend it alone. In such moments of being alone, it's in such moments of being alone that the messages of the fairies can come through to you more clearly. The increased spiritual space enables you to be more receptive and aware of any subtle messages and signs from the fairy realm. Alternatively, this card might be saying that you're spending too much time alone, so consider this too. So if you're someone who likes your alone company so much that you're good on your own, it may be that it's time to, you know, put yourself out there to the world, show the world the real you, I'm hearing. Show the world the authentic you so that you can call your people in. Once you're shining as your higher self, that's when you call people in to be part of your journey. And, you know, I've been talking about finding yourself, loving yourself, so that you can be open and call in a balanced love. And I do trigger people when I say that. And this card says, when we're out of balance, being alone can make us feel lonely and sorry for ourselves. So if you're someone who's feeling sorry for yourself because you are alone, it could be that your energies are out of balance. It could be that you're, you know, you don't love yourself as much as you think you do. And I know I trigger people when I say that. You know, you can... It's okay to be by yourself and learn how to love your own company. That's a lesson that I'm learning. How to like my own company, how to be enough for me. And then we have wish wisely. Because if you are a powerful manifester, you know, you'll be able to wish whatever you want into fruition. Another thing I want to say about this wish wisely is that your thoughts manifest reality. So if you are someone who is a very negative thinker, I was saying it to my partner this morning, I mentioned it in a reading yesterday. I used to be the type of person who would say, I was very negative and I'd be like, I'm preparing for the worst. And I used to pat myself on the back and be like, well, I'm prepared for the worst. So I'll be prepared for anything that happens. And what did I manifest into my life? The worst possible scenarios every time, because I was prepared for the worst. I had that negative mindset. And negative thinking manifests just like positive thinking manifests, if that makes sense. So wish wisely. Be careful what you're wishing towards, you know, because if you are wishing from a lower vibrational energy, something negative, it could manifest, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean by that. Thoughts can be wishes. So negative thoughts can turn into manifestations, is what I want to say. What is the wish dearest to your heart? The fairy queen of wishes reminds you to use your wishes wisely and take true action to make your dreams come true. I'm thinking of Aladdin, you know, how he only had 3 wishes and the genie was very clear. You use your wishes wisely. You only have 3. You can't wish for more wishes. Do you feel worthy to receive your wish? Clear any spiritual obstacles you're aware of and prepare to receive. And what did I say? Future energy. It could be that you start manifesting everything your heart desires, you know, so be careful what you're manifesting. Wishing and manifesting are very similar. Start by simply writing your wish or wishes on a piece of paper. This is the first act of manifestation. As your pen touches the paper, you're starting to ground your wish into this earthly realm. So you could be someone who does manifest through written word. And if you don't, new moons are a very good time to set intentions and to write wishes. Now, I want to remind you, when you're writing your wishes, you want to write in present tense. So like you already have them. So, you know, it's very important, present tense, when you're manifesting. So instead of saying, I wish I would meet the love of my life, you set the intention, I have met the love of my life. You see what I mean? Then imagine what it would feel like if your wish was granted. So one of the manifestation techniques that I've done is that you write down your manifestations. Like, I have this, I have that, I have achieved this. And then underneath, like this says, you write how it would make you feel. And in a soul tribe reading ages ago, I shared with my people the manifestation letter I wrote, and about how I wrote the intentions of what I wanted, and then how each thing made me feel. I wrote down, I feel happy. Like, one of the things I manifested was finding my soul family. And it was, I have found my soul family. And then underneath I wrote how it made me feel. I feel loved. I feel supported. I feel like I have people that understand me. All present tense. Then imagine what it would feel like to have your wish granted. Visualizing your wish will help it bring it into being. Sit quietly in meditation for a while, then say out loud, Dear fairies, this is my wish. Please help it to be. I am open for you to inspire me. When you wish in this way, you're co-creating with the fairies. Now be receptive to any signs or inspiration you receive in the coming days and weeks. When you pull this card, it may be that you're about to receive a fairy gift, or you're being reminded to offer a gift to someone else. Perhaps it's their birthday or anniversary. Receiving a gift reminds someone that another person cares about them. And sometimes when we give a gift, we make a wish come true for that person. Of course, the highest form of giving is to do so without the thought of receiving in return. So we're going to get some tarot now to check out these cards. So let's go. We're going to look at this wait for winter. What are you manifesting? What do we need to know about this waiting for winter? We have the Fool. So perhaps you're manifesting, you know, a new start, a fresh start, a new beginning, new love, new job. We have Justice. Maybe you are manifesting someone telling you the truth. Maybe you're manifesting balance in a relationship. the Ten of Wands, which is about when the burdens become so heavy that you have to put them down. Interesting. So let's have a look, my friends. Whoops. That one really wanted to be on the bottom. Did you see how it acted when I was cutting? Because it was supposed to be like here where I cut, but we have the Five of Coins. So that's a feeling of isolation, you know, and regret. Maybe you're feeling left out in the cold. Maybe you were in the past. Like I said, I was feeling isolation. When I saw Wait for Winter, I was seeing the Five of Pentacles, you know, feeling left out in the cold, wondering where are your manifestations? Where are these things that you've been working towards? And we have Three of Coins. Interesting. So let's see, Wait for Winter. What are you manifesting here, pile one? What are you manifesting? We have the Six of Swords. So you could be manifesting a transition of some point. You could be manifesting someone coming back towards you. You could be manifesting a move. All meanings of the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords, you know, you could be, maybe you were trying to release someone. You know, maybe you were trying to move on from a connection and release it. We have the King of Cups on the bottom. So either you were, for some of you, I feel like you were trying to manifest, maybe you were trying to manifest new love or the return of someone, a reconnection with someone, perhaps someone who's a water sign. Interesting. I'm going to get another one for this. I'm not quite sure how I want to do this yet. I think I want to do 2 cards for each. And actually, I'm going to grab my book. Hang on. So, for past energy here, we have Six of Swords, and it says, Six of Swords is all about moving into calmer waters. However, this will most likely be a transition that forces you to leave something behind in order to move forward. Despite the sadness or difficulty in leaving, you need to remember that moving on is the ideal option for your future. So you could have been trying to move on from someone or something. Like I said, you could have been trying to manifest a reconnection with someone, because this does symbolize a reconnection after a disconnect. The sign is Aquarius. And it says moving on from relationship, reconciliation after a fight. So maybe you were manifesting a reconciliation with the King of Cups, you know, and I can already see Hermit energy here. So maybe in the past you were trying to manifest this reconciliation and it wasn't coming about. So you decided, okay, I need to work on myself if I'm going to manifest this. For some of you, you could have been trying to move on from a King of Cups. Doesn't have to be. It also talks about leaving stressful workplace, moving to a new role, finding material stability again, learning lessons. Interesting. I'm going to read the reversal too. Can't move on, can't let go, haunted. Career, creating conflict, self-sabotage, trapped at job. Finance, avoiding dealing with finances. So that could have been things that you were dealing with in the past here. But it feels to me like you were trying to manifest forward movement. Whatever that means to you. New job, new career, new adventures, new home. You know, there's this energy of moving forward and transitioning here. And like I said, for some of you, we've got the King of Cups here. It's like you were trying to manifest a reconciliation with the King of Cups. I'm going to get another one. This is a general reading, so you might resonate with this card and not this one that I'm about to get, or you might resonate with both. They might also be connected in some way. Only take what resonates. Wait for winter. Wait for winter. Wait for winter. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we have the Empress. I have chills. So you could very much be a counterpart, my friend, who was trying to manifest your person. You and your person could both be water signs, but you don't have to be. The fact that we had the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, you know, is very symbolic to soulmates. And it doesn't have to mean that you're both water signs. You could both be earth signs. You could both be fire signs. You could both be air signs. Wow, the crows are talkative today for you. So what's really interesting is I do feel for some of you, you were trying to manifest this King of Cups back, or you were trying to move on from that King of Cups. And what I see here is you know, this Queen of Cups, I see this as you focusing on your self-love, learning how to give to yourself and not overgive to others. You know, perhaps you're trying to move forward from people-pleasing energies. You know, perhaps you're trying to manifest a soulmate in who can match your energy, because we saw the King and Queen of Cups. So I do feel like you're trying to manifest possibly love with someone who can match your energy, whether that's someone returning or someone new. And the Empress is on the bottom. So you could be feeling like you could be someone who thought they were in Empress mode, trying to manifest your person back or manifest new love, and wondering, why isn't this manifesting? I'm in Empress energy. Perhaps you weren't quite in Empress energy. We can say we're in Empress energy all we want. But it's, I've said it before, like I've said it so many times, like I am totally in Empress energy. And then I realize that I'm not at all. Anyway, I also see this Eight of Coins. So we see you in the past, very focused on your manifestations, you know, very focused on trying to be this Empress, on not chasing, moving forward, you know, not holding on to the past, not waiting for it, you know, is what I'm hearing. Maybe in the past you were waiting for this person. Maybe you were in distorted Empress energy and you were waiting for them. And now you're realizing that it doesn't do any good to wait for anybody. All you can do is work on yourself, is what I'm hearing. I want to look at the Eight of Pentacles though, because with the Empress, you were definitely trying to manifest possibly a sensual connection, you know, someone who could match your energy. But I want to look at that Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, achieved relationship goal, cultivating a relationship, career, dedication, promotion, developing skills, showing talent. So you could have also been very focused on your career too. You could have started focusing on your career. So let's look at the Solitude energy. This is supposed to be current energy. So maybe right now you are in Hermit energy, or you're on the road to your higher self. Let's look at the Solitude card. We have Three of Swords, separation. So it feels like right now you're supposed to be healing wounds, past wounds. You could be in separation with someone. They could have broke your heart, you know. It could be that you have past wounds that you need to heal before you can manifest new love in. Some people, you know, when a relationship ends, you're so hurt that it ends that sometimes some people are like, well, I'm just going to go find me someone that can appreciate me. And you go into another relationship taking that wound from the past relationship with you. Three of Swords, you know, those are wounds. So it could even be wounds from your childhood. I know it's not the Six of Cups, but it could be that things you experienced in your childhood, you brought into your relationships as an adult because those wounds were never healed. You could be looking at what triggers you. You know, oftentimes when someone or something triggers you, it's because they're poking at a Three of Swords within you that's not healed. I see you reflecting on this separation, reflecting on this wound, whatever that means to you. You could be someone who's going through a period of solitude and you're feeling very hurt and alone, which is normal until you learn how to love your own company. It's completely normal and more than okay to feel hurt and alone. Like, you need to feel those feelings. So many times people will take a Three of Swords wound and they'll be like, I'm fine. And they'll just kind of push it down inside of them. Anything that you push down inside of you comes back up at a later date. You know, my partner used to joke. I used to joke. oh, if I'm prepared for the worst, I'll be prepared for anything. And my partner would joke, feelings, what do you mean? I'm really good at cramming those deep down inside of me. And he would laugh about it. I would laugh. And then when I awakened and he said that, I'm like, that's totally not healthy. I'm like, I know I used to think that was funny, but that's not really healthy. You shouldn't be proud of, oh my gosh, is that George? Anyway, hang on. It was not George. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. It's a spider. Anyway, if you know, you know. So the other thing I'm seeing on the bottom of the deck, I didn't even look at the bottom of the deck, but I feel like you are in solitude from perhaps the King of Wands energy. I know I'm mentioning a lot of, King of Cups, King of Wands. Doesn't have to be multiple people. It's like characteristics. It's energy. And what I'm seeing with this King of Wands is you could have had someone who broke your heart, or who you're in separation with, or who you broke up with, that was very focused on themselves, very focused on their own endeavors. They could have had, an inflated ego. They could have been super independent. I always hear, when I see the King of Wands, I hear George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life every time, where he grabs Mary by the shoulders and he's like, I want to do what I want to do. So you could have been dealing with someone like that. And I think also what I'm seeing with this King of Wands is in solitude, you're learning to be more focused on yourself. You're learning to be more selfish. I think in the past, perhaps you had a hard time being selfish and putting yourself first. Perhaps you always put others before you. And in solitude, you're learning how to put yourself first, how to do the things that light you up. You're going to do the things that you want to do. That's what I'm hearing. All right, let's keep going. One more card for solitude. Yeah, we have the Devil. So this is, this is powerful, because it could be that right now in solitude, you have a lot of fear that you'll always be alone. Your ego could be acting up. Wasn't that on one of these cards? I mentioned the 8. I think it was this one. It was on 98. And I talked about how when you're in hermit energy, you have to have the strength, because your ego will try and tell you, you'll always be alone. Nobody loves you, So in solitude, you could be dealing with some of your own shadows, some of your own addictions, perhaps. You could be spending a lot of time looking at your codependent behaviors. And codependency, I used to think it was just like, oh, codependency on another person or on a substance. But codependency shows up in many different ways. You could be someone who's realized you were codependent on other people filling up your cup, Queen of Cups. You could have been in distorted Queen of Cups energy, where you were giving to people, and then you felt empty and resentful because they didn't reciprocate that love. One of these was talking actually about when you give love and gifts, you're supposed to give without the expectation of it being returned. And a lot of people, their ego says, what do you mean? I deserve someone who loves just as fiercely as I do, but not everybody loves the same, Anyway, you do deserve love. You do deserve someone who will match your energy, but sometimes we have to heal in order to get that. Anyway, I can already tell I'm triggering people. The Devil energy, you could be, you could have been very codependent on this person in the past. And I don't mean like you were attached to them like a leech, or you couldn't be without them. I'm talking about things like you could have wanted their attention a lot. Maybe you needed communication from them a lot. Anyway, so for some of you right now, you could be overthinking about this past person. You could be overthinking about how long you've been alone. How much longer will you be alone? You know, the devil is a lower vibrational energy. And it feels to me like this solitude had to happen so that you could break free from that lower vibrational energy, so that you could sit in it and deal with it and heal it, if that makes sense. We have the Nine of Wands, which is about self-improvement. You know, this can symbolize all the burdens you've brought with you all along your life. It can symbolize someone who has a lot of childhood wounding, who's brought all those wands with them. And then, you know, when it comes to love, you have all these boundaries, you have all these ways to protect yourself, if that makes sense. Nine of Wands, you know, we have solitude, which is hermit energy. Right now, you're meant to be, or you are looking at ways you can improve, looking at ways you can heal the wounds, looking at things you can release, looking at releasing what no longer serves you, whether that's people, whether that's mindsets, substances, addictions, things you're codependent on, unhealthy behaviors, you know, overthinking. There's that King of Cups. Right now, you could still have hope for this King of Cups return. And we'll look at future energy, you know. Anyway, self-improvement with Nine of Wands. Self-improvement. I'm actually going to look at the Nine of Wands for you. Nine of Wands is a man weary and exhausted from his battles, but is persevering with hope and determination. Someone who has undergone many trials, but through determination and will, they were able to overcome them. Look at how many obstacles you've overcome, you know? That's all I wanted to look at. So let's get into future energy. What's coming for you in the future? Future energy, please, Spirit. Future energy. We have the King of Coins. Listen, I was just talking about meeting someone who can match your energy, and here they come. We have all this King energy. It's very possible that you are a counterpart and you are dealing with someone who is healing and working through their energies. When you start seeing all those King energies or all the Queen energies, it's very symbolic of someone working towards the Emperor and Empress energy. So, you know, maybe you've been manifesting the King of Wands, who is quite selfish, to return as the King of Cups with an emotional offer. And what's coming is a King of Pentacles with a stable offer. It's like better than what you were manifesting. And remember this, it said your manifestation might not come in the way you envisioned it. So for some of you, you may be manifesting a past person and someone new comes in, you know? But you have somebody coming towards you very stable. King of Pentacles. Nope, sorry. King of Pentacles. Whoops, we have two. Oh my gosh, we have two. You guys, look at this. We have the King of Coins and the Six of Coins. So you are calling in someone who is balanced and who can love you the way that you want to be loved. It's funny that I said that. You know, people say, I don't understand why I can't have someone who loves me the same way that I love people. That's what you're calling in here. You're calling in someone who will match your energy. Six of Coins, someone who will give you balance, who will give you equal give and take. And this King of Pentacles is the one to do it. So like I said, you may have been manifesting an emotional declaration from a past person, and what you're going to get is something way bigger. You're going to get stability from this person. Not just emotion, but stability, possibly an offer, possibly a proposal. For some of you who have let someone go, who were trying to move forward from the King of Cups and release that person, through solitude, through looking at your shadows and healing your wounds, you're calling in this King of Coins. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who will give equally to you. This won't be someone who breadcrumbs you, you know. Anyway, very beautiful. You're calling in, you're manifesting stability. And like I said, this said manifestations may not come in the way that you envision them, you know. So this could be someone that you weren't expecting. Or this could be someone from your past that you weren't expecting to come in leveled up. You know, you could be someone who's like, nah, there's no hope for my past person. I'm done with that. And then they come back completely changed, wanting to give you balance. Take it as it resonates. You know what you want. I always say with this readings, whatever you take from it and want to manifest, that's what will manifest, you know? We have Ace of Cups. So for some of you, that's renewed love. For some of you, that's new love. You know, after you find your own self-love, after you find your own beauty in your own cup. Beautiful. You could have options. Oh my gosh, we have the Seven of Cups. So you could actually have options here. You could have multiple. It's funny because I said it doesn't mean multiple people, but now I'm seeing that it might be multiple people. You know, once you hit this level of self-awareness and you're walking the path as your highest self, it's very possible that you will have multiple people coming at you. You could have old and new. All right. That came out together, so I want to get one more for future energy. Wow. That was interesting. So this wanted to come out and flip back in and then came out with a bang. I don't know if you saw it. And the Tower shows you're going to look at something completely different here in the near future. I don't see destruction with this one. I see a foundational shift in the way you view things, in the way you view love, in the way you view partnerships, in the way you view what you deserve. You know, this shows shocking change in your future. And like I said, I don't feel destruction. I feel the Tower. I know it. There's a tower here that looks like it's scary, and it can oftentimes mean like a tower moment in your life, but there's so many other meanings to the Tower card. And one of them is a foundational shift in the way you view things. So it could be that this person from the past comes in and you see a completely different side of them. And you've seen that they've made huge changes in their foundation and have had a huge shift in the way they think about this. Or they could come in and you could have, like I said, it could be someone who you don't want back, and they come back in and they look completely different to you. And you have a huge change in the way you view them and what is possible in the future when it comes to a foundation. We also have Nine of Swords. So this is like the end of anxiety, the end of overthinking, the end of fear. Very interesting. And the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Are you freaking kidding me? So I just want to get, I'm going to put these here, and I'm just going to look at the Nine of Swords in reverse so that you can see what I mean. And we have the Sun on the bottom. That's crazy. Happiest card in the deck. Divine Masculine, joy, contentment, happiness, healing. Nine of Swords in reverse. Getting help from partner, alleviating stress by sharing, clarity about work, finding peace, clarity about finances, peace. Like it's good. Nine of Swords in reverse is good, you know? If this is someone new or old, it feels like there's not fear here anymore. Whoever this is, it's like you've healed that wound, you've faced your shadows, and now this fear goes away when this King of Pentacles comes in. Like I said, you have the Sun on the bottom of the deck, which is the happiest card in the deck. It's, you know, happy new beginnings. I hate saying happy endings now. Happy new beginnings, you know, happiness. Beautiful. So that is what I'm seeing in this reading, however that resonates with you. I wanted to get a few of these angel cards for you just to see if anything wants to come out for you, or what wants to come out for you, I should say. Courage. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. In this world of dreams that stem from the eternal heart, you are one with all creation. All is possible. Go forth and be true to yourself, for it is only through being true to you that you can be true to others. There's that self-awareness, you know, it is true. You can only love others once you love yourself. You can only believe others love you once you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how are you going to believe that anybody else does, you know? And I used to be the person that was like, that's a bunch of crap. That saying is crap. But now I get it. I truly get it, because I have to tell you, I am someone who went through my life never feeling loved. It stemmed from childhood. I carried it on into adulthood, you know, married to my partner. I can't even remember how long we've been married now. And almost for our entire relationship, when he would say, I love you, I just didn't feel it. I didn't believe it because I didn't love myself. Whoa. We have surrender. Remain positive about the future of our planet, for all is part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all of the chaos which you perceive in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. And it's true. Once you start judging other people and expecting so much of other people and of yourself, it changes you. I am someone who used to be very judgmental about other people before I learned how to love myself. I was very quick to pass judgment on everyone because, without me knowing it, it made me feel better about myself because I didn't like myself. So I felt like if I judged others, you know, I should have been judging myself. You know, if you're someone who judges everybody else, that's a huge sign that you need to look within and reflect on what you should be judging about yourself, because there's something that you're covering up there. Again, we do this subconsciously. I'm not here saying anybody sets out to be this way. And once you face those shadows, devil energy, you can accept that about yourself, just like I can accept that I used to be that person. And then we have jewel. As soon as I saw the word jewel, I heard that song, Meant for You by Jewel. I Was Meant for You. I'm also hearing the song Hands. Is it Hands? Anyway, maybe you should listen to those two songs. Every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust, we, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust, there is nothing to fear. There is only love. Beautiful. I'm just going to keep it even and keep that one on the bottom. All right, so let's see. These are just affirmation cards. So what affirmations do you need to hear? When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about how the world I see. Beautiful. We have, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And that's very hermit energy, my friends. Look at the darkness surrounding this very, this owl in solitude. You know, this person, this owl has their eyes shut and they're looking into their shadows, you know. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. It's funny because I was just talking about how, you know, if you're someone who passes judgment on others all the time, it's because you're judging yourself. It's because there's things within you that you need to look at. The universe has my back, and look, the owl. So no, even if you feel alone, the universe has your back, okay? Beautiful. So my friends, that was your little reading. I hope it resonated. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose Pile 2 and Wisdom of the Oracle, and this Herkimer diamond. This is going to be a reading all about what you need to hear. I'm leaving it very open. Maybe you like shiny things. When I went into the crystal store, this was, did I leave the price tag on this? Oh yes, I did. $9.99 could be a symbolic number for you. Anyway, it's just so pretty. It was sparkling under the nice lights in the store and I just couldn't leave it. Anyway, $9.99 completion, I'm hearing. Actually, while I'm thinking of it, let's just have a gander in my book. A gander. Is a gander a geese, or am I imagining that? I don't know. Or am I thinking of, for those of my Canadians, I could be thinking of a place in Newfoundland called Gander. I'm not sure. $9.99. Fulfillment. Are you kidding me? Visualize what's next. The cycle of what you've been doing is reaching fulfillment. Do you want to know what's shocking? Is what's on the bottom of this deck. Round and round. And we see this cycle. The cycle of what you've been doing is reaching fulfillment. You are at the finish line of your goals, and it's time to start leveling up to visualize new ones. What can you do to tie up loose ends? Explore this question today. And this is what I mean, like the cycle of what you have been doing is reaching fulfillment. So you could be someone who's like going round and round and round and round. Like, when is it going to get better? When are my manifestations going to come in? When is my blah, blah, blah? And then now it's opening up. Anyway, beautiful. So my pile twos, let's get into it. I hope you're well. We have communication right away. My friends, we have communication right away. What is happening? You're reaching some type of fulfillment. I'm not going to lie. When I saw 999, I immediately thought of like counterparts coming together. As soon as I saw 999, I just remember ages ago, the counterpart reader that I listened to would say, like, when you start seeing 999, you know you're nearing fulfillment. So you could be seeing 999 everywhere. I'm trying to think. I saw 999 last night on a pack of cookies. Does that mean I should eat more cookies? Not a soul tribe reading. I'm trying to remind myself this is not a soul tribe reading. Maybe I have some pile threes, my usual soul tribe people picking this pile. Interesting. I can always feel my soul tribe when they're here because I start, you know, talking about things that don't have anything to do with you. We have the Fates. 17, wish fulfillment. You guys. Oh my goodness. All that glitters. Whoops. Blessed. That one wanted to come out for you. Blessed. 22. And we have peace. Oh my gosh, your cards are so beautiful. We have peace. So we're just going to see what you need to hear today, my friends. I'm going with the regular past, present, future, but just please take it as it resonates. We have serendipity. Oh my gosh, your cards are beautiful today. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Look at that. That's Divine Feminine, 18. Beautiful. I kind of want to just touch on this card for you before we move on. The movie Serendipity could be symbolic. Totally, totally counterpart movie. Serendipity, totally a counterpart movie. Totally. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you're ADHD, it's funny because sometimes people with ADHD or people with who are autistic experience something called PDA, not public displays of affection. It's pathological demand avoidance. So a lot of neurodivergent people, if someone tells them to watch a movie or a show too many times, their brain is like, nope, nope, nope. Like it's like their brain avoids it purposely. Anyway, so to my neurodivergent people, don't watch Serendipity. Opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicities, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. 999, fulfillment, beautiful. Well then, let's get into it. Let's see what this is about today. We have by the book, oh my gosh. Oh, my people, we have by the book, and it's 11. And right away, I'm feeling my counterparts, because counterpart connections, I was talking about it in my Patreon yesterday, counterpart connections work in a very, like, there's a method to the madness, I have to say. And, you know, there are lots of counterparts out there that, I don't know if this whole reading will be about counterparts, but this is how it's looking so far. I mean, this pile. Some of us, or sorry, some people, me, when I first learned about the counterpart journey, I thought that I didn't have to do it by the book. I thought that I could be the exception. I'm hearing that movie, He's just not that into you, where he says to her, but you're the exception. Anyway, it could be that there's something in your life that you had to do by the book, you know, I can't help but think of my counterparts, especially with the energy that was coming out. You could be someone who wanted to rush things. You wanted to, like, maybe you're someone that thought you could do things differently and still get ahead. Maybe you're a counterpart who thought you could break the status quo, or whatever the saying is, and not have to go through the separations and the lessons. You could just, you know, love that person enough. But anyway, we have by the book 11. So I'm going to read it to you. You take it as it resonates for however it resonates to you. I'll see which ones we're going to read. I'm just going to read the oracle message right now. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides the framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. Wow. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture, family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. There is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being a rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they make no sense. My counterparts! Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. So you could be someone who, you know, thought that law of attraction, law of karma, law of abundance was not true, that you could skip some steps, you know. I'm hearing past counterpart me, like, I don't need to have separations. I don't need to learn about myself. Like, I can be the exception. Anyway, interesting. So this is past energy. So maybe in the past, you've realized that, oh, there's so much. I'm going to see what comes out next, but this may be a counterpart pile, and I may just go with it because that's what I'm hearing. Anyway, you could be someone that thought you could take the matters into your own hands in some sense, and then you had to learn that all those things are actually true. Karma, receiving karma, manifestations, you know, they're all the powerful way that you have to work with the universe. And maybe you wanted to skip some steps. And now you're realizing, no, you have to do it by the book. You have to, even if it makes no sense, you know, like this card said, even if it makes no sense. I'm just going to read the relationship message to you. Getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. And I'm also going to read you the prosperity message. At this time, you can expect a return on your investment. Whatever you have pursued, be it a dream you've long cherished, a skill you've cultivated, or a service you're called to, it will come to you if you are willing to go by the book. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to be successful. Follow in the footsteps of others who have already achieved the things you're striving for. You can learn a lot by observing the structures that are already working. Your creative projects and commitment to prosperity are in alignment with the needs of the world, but impatience may tempt you to cut corners and get there more quickly. Yeah, me. I'm being called out here. Stick with what you know works and you will attract more abundance. Beautiful. All right, so let's see what comes next. Okay, then. We have not for you, interesting, and we have clean it up. So current energy, very interesting for some of you. For some of you, just I'm hearing that current energy, you know, you could have realized that something you were working towards wasn't for you. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna look at this card. It is Lover's Energy 6, and it says not for you. And this is current energy, or it's supposed to be current energy. A clear knowing that something is being denied. Rejection is protection. I'm just reading something. Okay, so I am, the fact that we started with 999, the fact that we started with round and round, the fact that we have this by the book and not for you, it could be that you are a counterpart. I'm just going to go with it. It's what I'm channeling. I'm just going to make this a counterpart pile because it's what I'm hearing. So what I'm seeing is that you were possibly in a soul connection or a counterpart connection where maybe you thought you didn't need to go through the separations, you didn't need to learn the life lessons. And it could be that you chased it, you know, that you chased this person, you chased an outcome. And it feels like in current energy, you're realizing that rejection is protection, that what is meant for you will come to you. If you let something go and it's meant to be, it will come back. And it could be that you're making a choice to focus on yourself right now. The other thing that I was hearing was that it could be that, you know, you have a soul connection who has offered you something recently and it doesn't feel like it's the right time. And maybe you're having to make a choice, you know, because as much as you want it, as much as you want fulfillment, it feels like this offer isn't really what you were manifesting, or maybe your higher self is telling you whatever this person is offering, they're not ready to be offering it. Anyway, and then we have clean it up on the bottom, current energy. And clean it up is, it talks about when two people come together after an argument and they take accountability for their part. You know, when two people come together, to have a conversation. And this card talks about cleaning up your side of the street. So if you're standing on your side of the street yelling across, you need to clean up that, and they're on the other side saying, you need to clean up your side, that's not how to clear up anything. All you can do is take responsibility for your side of the street. So it's possible that recently someone returned and they weren't willing to clean up their side of the street. They just wanted to tell you how to clean up yours. And maybe you had to make the choice that this person isn't ready right now. It could be for some of you that you're about to get an offer from someone who rejected you in the past, or who was kept from you in the past because it wasn't the right time. And now that you've both been healing, now is the time for you both to clean up your sides of the street. Like I said, when we come together and we just blame each other, nothing is resolved. We have to take accountability for our own side of the street. Anyway. So, there are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game and you feel like you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card could indicate that you are not going to attain what you want right now. This is time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what's in your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. So like I said, for some of you, it could be that in the past, you chased this person. And in the current energy, you're learning how to release anything that doesn't want you. You know, you're learning not to chase after everything. You're learning to take accountability for your stuff and releasing anything that doesn't belong. It could be that, you know, in the past you were trying to... I'm sure my counterparts know exactly what I mean by thinking that you don't have to follow the same rules as all the other counterparts. Maybe you're accepting that now is not the right time for you and your counterpart to be together, you know? I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. Don't chase after what flees you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. Interesting. See, this is what I mean. I feel like for some of you right now, you're realizing that you can't chase this other person, that all you can do is work on yourself. That's all you can do, is work on your own patterns, cleaning up your own, you know, your own wounds, cleaning up your own childhood wounds, your own reactions, your own Five of Swords energy, your own shadows. And it feels like, to me, like current energy, you're making the choice to no longer chase what eludes you. You know, you're making a choice, or I shouldn't even say making a choice. It's like you're surrendering to, what am I trying to say? You're surrendering to the fact that maybe now isn't the right time for that person. You know, maybe for some of you, you are releasing a connection that you don't want back. Like, it doesn't have to be a counterpart, but I'm not going to lie, I'm getting counterpart vibes in this pile. So I want to see what comes out for the future energy. We have Breathe, 29, and Blessed. So I'm going to take, that's very interesting. I am going to take Fates, because what I'm hearing is I'm seeing, I'm going with the energy. I'm seeing current right here, current, and then future, 22. And then we have Fates on the bottom. So let's have a look at these cards for you. 29, 11. So we have 11, 11 here. This is what I mean. there's this energy of surrender right here. Let's see, 29. With that, clean it up. I feel like you're someone who's very focused on your own patterns right now, what you need to do to clean up your own world. Patience, waiting, going slowly, meditation, trust. Current energy. Patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. So this is on page 109, which is very much like 9 is hermit energy, working on yourself, following your own path, reflecting. 1, magician energy, you know. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. So this is what I mean. It's like, I feel like you realized that this person, this counterpart connection wasn't working. So you have to focus on yourself. For some of you is what I'm hearing. Or this could also be, you know, it doesn't have to be love, but I am getting counterpart. I just kind of want to go with it instead of confusing everyone. In love, don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So right now, I truly do see you as someone who is choosing themselves and focusing on their own path. You know, maybe even believing that fate will bring the two of you back together in the right timing. Like I said, maybe in the past, you were someone who thought you didn't need to go through the cycles. You didn't need the separation. You didn't need the reflection. Maybe you're one of those people who say, I don't have anything to learn about myself. And it seems like right now you're surrendering to the fact that that you can't chase things, you know, that what you're chasing is maybe not what's best for you at this time. And you're learning how to harness that energy within yourself and focus on yourself and learn about yourself. And in the future energy, we have 22 with fates on the bottom. You know, I mentioned the movie Serendipity. I'm pretty sure, how did that work? I'm pretty sure they met, like very serendipitous. They had that unexplainable connection. They were drawn to each other. There were signs, there were synchronicities. She believed in fate. And then it didn't work out and they went their separate ways for 5 years, right? Like 5 years. And 5 years later, they were still thinking about this chance encounter they had. Twin flames. Something wonderful coming from spirit. Listen to this. Future energy. There are moments in life, and this is on page 83, which equals 11. 11, 11, 11. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. There are moments in life, out of the blue, it seems everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. This is your future energy, my friends. So if you've had to release someone to focus on yourself, know that it was for your highest good, because something amazing is about to happen. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of it, yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. And the relationship message, future energy. You are moving towards a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. By the book, 11:11. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. Counterparts. Counterparts. This is also a sign, even more important, that you're called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. So in the near future, we see this is talking about a divine union and you having a more intimate connection with yourself and spirit. So everything you've been intuitively working towards coming into fruition and you trusting in yourself that, you know, what you've intuitively thought was going to happen, happened, you know? And when that happens, your connection with spirit strengthens and your belief in yourself and your own intuition kind of explodes, you know? Not in a bad way. And I'm just going to look at this 17 because it wanted to come out at the start. Fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change and knowing what those things are. The Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. Maybe I have some fellow alcoholics in here. The Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Where's my serenity thing? Here's my chip with the Serenity Prayer on the back. And the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by evolution of the collective, by nature, or by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. Beautiful. I'm going to read the relationship message because listen to this. It's on page 65, which equals 11. You have 11, 11, 11, 11 in your reading. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise suit you. Look at your attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so that you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change. Love unconditionally, for each of us has our own journey. We cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result from it. Counterparts. I'm telling you, counterparts. And I feel, you know, a lot of feminines think that they can help the masculine heal, that they can tell them, well, you just need to do this, you need to heal that. They feel like they can lead that horse to water and make them drink it. But what so many feminines realize is that they have to choose themselves, that they can't change someone else. And like this card said, what if what is happening between you and this person right now or in the past is happening for a reason higher than your own perspective? You know, it says this relationship is fated and you're both meant to grow from it. I'm seeing Hierophant energy. And the fact that we had 11, 11, 11, 11 is just blowing my mind. So, my counterparts. Let's go. Let's get you some cards here. So we're going to look at this by the book in the past energy. So let's have a shuffle. We have the Star, which is what that Fates card was saying. That was Star card energy. You could feel, you know, energetically aligned, like attached, not aligned, attached with this person. Maybe you've never been able to let them go. Emperor. You know, the first card I saw was the Page of Pentacles. So there was a pentacle planted between you. You two met. Instant soul recognition, instant, you know, I just see the stars, you know, the stars aligning, you two meeting. And then we have the Emperor here. Divine Masculine. Aries energy. And maybe, you know, maybe you have Aries in your chart and you were thinking that you could just make this work, that you could pursue it enough, you could take control, you could be the Emperor and make this work and stabilize it. And I feel like you learned that you couldn't. Very interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we have Strength. So definitely a connection that is unlike any other connection. It's one that cannot be broken. It's one that's meant to bring out the softest sides of you and the harshest sides of you. You know, I'm also seeing very clearly with this card, I'm an intuitive reader, and I see this very soft feminine being embraced by this tiger, and the tiger is divine feminine energy. So, you know, maybe you met your Emperor and it started a journey of you embracing your feminine side, or you embracing your divine feminine. You know, counterpart connections can often be described with the Strength card. If you think of Beauty and the Beast, you know, she wandered into that castle and he chased her out of it. You know, he had a lot of bad reactions. She continued to be patient with him. Over time, they fell in love. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. But I often see this as a card of counterpart energy where you see this feminine embracing, you know, a fierce creature. Anyway, beautiful. What's underneath you? Six of Fire, success, Six of Wands. All right, so let's see past energy here. Past energy, there it is. We've got the Knight of Wands. There it is. There, the runner. And you could feel like you didn't, you know, you could honestly feel in the past maybe that you could tame this runner. That, you know, that if you just were patient enough, this runner would come back. To me, it looks like you were dealing with a masculine, you know, on the run. This is runner energy. This is someone who is in and out, hot and cold, inconsistent, fear of commitment, all the things that the feminine triggers within the masculine. That's fire energy. And on the bottom, we have the Five of Air. So there's that energy. There was conflict. There was self-sabotage. There was wounds from your past being triggered that had nothing to do with each other. You know, when I was talking about the Clean It Up card, about how, you know, true resolution comes from not blaming each other, but that person saying, here's what I did, I am sorry. And then you say, here's what I did, I am sorry. And you take responsibility for your own side. I'm seeing this as two people who were like, well, you did this and you did that. And, you know, this person could have triggered your childhood wounds, making you react. You could have triggered this person's wounds, making them react. Five of Swords is an energy where you're kind of operating from a place of ego. You're operating from a place of programming, of the way you were raised, of the ways you learned how to protect yourself. And oftentimes you're not aware that you're doing it. Anyway, interesting. Let's get another one. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups, which came out in reverse, and that shows that as much as you wanted it to work, as much as you wanted to not have to go through the separation and not like maybe you thought you could skip over all that, this shows that there couldn't be balance. There couldn't be harmony. Yes, you both felt happy with each other. Yes, you both saw like family. Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment. But in the reverse, this says more healing required. So like I said, you could have tried to tame this Knight of Wands and you were working against like you were never going to be able to tame that, because this shows right here, healing, inner work required in order to have this emotional fulfillment with this person. So you needed to work on yourself. They needed to work on themselves. And we've got the 4 of freaking wands on the bottom, 1111, sign. So it's like the two of you came together. There was the possibility of this. But look, these bunnies, they're together with a family here. This in reverse, showing me that you both needed your own healing. You both needed to overcome your own obstacles and work on your own foundation. I'm also seeing this as the 2 of wands on each side, which shows me that you both had patterns and things that you needed to work on that you couldn't work on together. Definitely counterpart energy. Oh my goodness. Let's go current energy. We have the Devil. That came out in pile 1 as current energy, but different circumstances. So it could have been that, you know, you realized that this person was acting from a place of ego and you could no longer hold on to them. You could no longer stay down there in that low vibrational energy. You had to release them. Current energy, we see you focusing on your shadows, you focusing on your possibly the way you're codependent on things. Maybe you're trying to quit drinking, you know, with that serenity prayer. Maybe there's other addictions that you're looking at cutting back on. But I see you as someone who's facing your fears, you know, you're facing your shadows head on. And, you know, it could have terrified you to choose yourself. It could have terrified you to release this person, but it was for the best. We have the Queen of Earth on the bottom. So that shows me you doing exactly what this card says. You're grounding yourself. You're working on your own foundation. You're working on nurturing yourself. Very independent. You could be spending a lot of time with your child or your fur baby, or perhaps getting in touch with your own inner child. You know, I feel like you're putting a lot of energy into yourself and trying not to overthink about this other person. Let's get another one. Yeah, we have Temperance. So that's, you know, breathe, balance, you know, your divine feminine energy. So you're trying not to give into the fear. You're trying to trust in your intuition. There's huge, like these are huge cards for you right now. You are looking at your shadows. You are giving in to divine timing, I'm hearing. You are learning to harness your intuitive power over your ego. And we see you balancing your feminine and masculine energies. Like I said, you could have been you could have been in distorted masculine energy in the past, thinking that you could be the emperor. That's what most feminines go through. They think that they can take action towards the masculine. They can protect the masculine. They can give to the masculine and provide for the masculine. And that will help the masculine, but it doesn't. And then you have to learn how to embody that feminine energy, the Empress, where you don't chase, where you let things that don't serve you go. And if they come back, they were meant to be. Temperance. So right now you're having patience, you know, just like this card says. You're trying to have patience. You're trying to balance your feminine and masculine energies. You're trying to find peace. You could be reaching alchemy with the Temperance card, you know, finding true balance within your energies and being able to see all of this for what it is. It's huge here that healing was required, and that's why there was a separation, like in all twin flame freaking journeys. I used to be the person that thought, I don't need to follow the rules. I don't need to follow them. All right, let's go future energy. Whoa. You probably couldn't see that, but that did the weirdest little figure skater flip in the air. And we have 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and that's no longer holding back. We have the King of Water on the bottom. So someone's coming out of baby emperor energy, you know, someone who's been holding back, someone who you've been holding back from. We see them approaching you here, King of Water, with a declaration of love, you know? And what did this say? It said, you're about to get everything you wanted. You know, you're about to receive exactly what you wanted, and it's going to surprise you. Very interesting. You could be dealing with a water sign. Look at this. Not only do you have, this is interesting. Not only do you have an emotional declaration coming, King of Cups, but you also have the King of Earth here. Very interesting. I don't think it's two people. I think it's your counterpart, but I'm going to get Judgment. Yeah, there's that Judgment. I was talking about when you clean up your side of the street, when you come back together, it's not about judging each other and blaming each other and not taking accountability. This is taking accountability. This is that cleaning up your side of the street. This is a renewal. Very interesting. So coming out of this period of holding back, this is, you know, releasing things. Let's get another one for future energy. Interesting. I need to get a clarifier for that one. Yeah, we have interesting. You guys, this is very interesting. Remember how we had the Queen or the King of Cups? Now we have the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups, showing wish fulfillment, something that has been blocked from you. You know, you and this person could have had a lot of arguments in the past. You could have butt heads. And I feel like it was blocked for a reason. And we see someone who you've been in separation with, someone who there's been blockages there. We see them approaching you, and we have Queen of Water, which is a very generous love offer. The fact that we had the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, very symbolic of soulmates, of counterparts. Maybe you and your person are both water signs. Doesn't have to be. You could both be of the same element though. So 2 earth signs, 2 fire signs, 2 water signs, 2 air signs. And we see wish fulfillment here. 9 of Cups can be, you know, even though this person hurt you, even though there was arguments, even though there was blockages and conflict, you know, this Queen of Cups and 9 of Waters shows me that you still unconditionally love this person. I was talking about it on my Patreon yesterday about how in twin flame connections, you know, you usually, there's a tower moment and you're like, oh, why am I doing this to myself again? Like, I'm never going to talk to that person again. And you kind of, you know, for a little while, you have your wall up, you have your sword out, and you're like, I deserve better, and I'm going to forget about that person. And then time passes, months pass, and still you have this kind of unconditional love for this person. We started with Strength on the bottom, which is unconditional love. So it feels to me like you still love this person. And we have wish fulfillment here, so beautiful. I want to see what it, look, I meant to say we have Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. So that's a turning point. You know, that's things happening in divine timing. That's this wheel starting to turn again after transformation, after healing. Back here, 10 of Cups in reverse, we see the rainbow. Inner healing was required. Now that inner healing has been done, there's the start of a new cycle between you and this person. Anything else you need to know about this, Spirit? We have the Hierophant. What did I say? Hierophant energy. Sacred connection that's meant to... Which one was it? One of them said it was a sacred connection where you and this person were meant to learn about each other. We have commitment here. So you could be... Oh my gosh. We have the Empress on the bottom. So your advice is to trust in this. You know, keep working on your own spirituality. You and this person had a purpose to teach each other lessons. And I'm seeing you coming back together with commitment here. You know, your advice, don't chase, do exactly what you're doing now. Nurture yourself, be open to anything. Be open to whatever the universe has for you. Don't become set on an outcome, you know? And the Hierophant shows commitment is coming. You know, the Hierophant can also be someone expressing their truth. what they've learned about themselves. The Hierophant is change. So I feel like this person, you're going to see a change in them. You're going to see a change in the dynamic between you. And yeah, we have the Empress. So beautiful. Beautiful energy, my friends. We had the Emperor and the Empress. I knew it was counterparts. I did not get that for pile 1, but I got it for you. So yeah, let's get you some advice. We have acceptance. There is nothing about you that you need to fix. Reclaim the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful as you are. And that's what it is, right? I'm not saying you need to fix your shadows. You need to fix these things about you. It's not about fixing them. So many people, you know, fear facing their shadows because they feel like it means there's something wrong with them. And that's not what it is. When you accept your shadows, when you admit your faults, when you take accountability, you actually become more free. You become lighter. Anyway, you are beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You are an eternally radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. And that's what falling in love with yourself is all about. It's about accepting yourself, flaws and all. There's nothing about you that needs to be fixed. You just need to reflect and learn about yourself and heal. The other thing that I was hearing is it truly doesn't matter how pretty you are on the outside. It's what comes from within that makes you truly beautiful, you know? That's what Empress energy is all about. You know, you could think in an unhealed state, you could think you're the ugliest person in the world. But if you accept yourself as you are and you love yourself, you radiate that Empress energy, and that's beautiful. We have breakthrough. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. There's a breakthrough coming. Blessed. And we have guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Night. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. What was I just saying? Anyway, and we'll get a couple of these for you. Affirmations for you, my friends. This deck, it's called The Universe Has My Back. And there's another one that I use by the same person. I can't remember the name of the person who makes these. But these have affirmations on them. And I've told my soul tribe about it before, but I write down these affirmations. Like when I first got this deck, I shuffled out cards and then I wrote them on sticky notes and put them all over my wall. So maybe, maybe it would be worth taking a screenshot of each of these affirmations to write down and stick on your wall. So what affirmations do my pile 2 need to hear? The universe works fast when I'm having fun. So raising your vibration, don't wait. So many people say they're waiting for someone. Stop waiting and have fun with your life. Go do something. Take a trip. Enroll yourself in a class. Start exercising. Start a new hobby. Invest in yourself and have fun. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Beautiful. I am the dreamer of my dream. I love that. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. And on the bottom, we have attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. All right, my beautiful pile twos, that was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you're doing well. I love you guys so much. I'm going to be back this weekend with an eclipse reading. I don't know what it will be about, but I'm going to do it. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose pile 3 and the Mermaid Oracle deck, and this piece of I've already forgotten. Is it Celestite or Celestine? It's one of those. So there you go. Pile 3, I took a break, of course, after pile 2. And I actually ended up taking my kids out and driving home in a snowstorm. So I was excited to get back and be able to do your pile. And I have a special deck to use with you, pile 3. There's a new tarot deck that I got, so I thought I'd use it with you guys. So I hope you're doing well. Let's have a shuffle. This is going to be, I'm leaving this open to spirit, and we're just going to see what comes through. I'm going to get 3 cards they may represent past, present, future. You may resonate with all of them. You know, we're going to have a look. I can't believe it's snowing. I hope you guys are doing well today. And let's re-energize. All right, so let's see what you need to hear. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize the deck that I chose to use with you guys. I got a couple new decks. Look at it. I didn't even realize. And you're the mermaid deck, meant to be, meant to be, meant to be. Anyway, mermaids. So we have acceptance. So you could be trying to accept something. You could be sitting in acceptance, accepting that you have no control. All you can do is, you know, work on yourself and allow things to come to you. It is so dark. Oh my goodness. So let's just have a look at this acceptance card before we begin. Acceptance is the doorway to freedom. Accepting what is going on releases any feelings of resistance and will help you feel liberated. Interesting. This mermaid is at peace because she's in total acceptance of her situation. She asks you to release any resistance or desire of wishing things to be different and to totally trust and accept things exactly as they are. Our ego can become very demonstrative. I know how to say it. Demonstrative. As soon as I look at it, I can't say it. Demonstrative. Oh my gosh. See? Dyslexic. Demonstrative. When things don't work out the way we'd planned. Yet once we release any desire for possible outcomes and surrender fully to the divine plan, things have a habit of working out even better than we might have imagined. When we're in a state of acceptance, it means positive solutions can flow more easily to us. We literally drop any barriers to solutions and energetically welcome in new and creative answers to our dilemmas. Accepting your lot isn't a negative outlook. Through acceptance comes peace, and through peace comes breakthrough. Many enlightened masters live in a state of acceptance, which enable their spirits to soar to infinite heights so that they could merge energetically with the divine and become at one. So there's more, but I'm going to stop it there, and we're going to see what needs to come out for you, pile 3. So let's have a look. Pile 3, what do you need to hear? What do you need to hear? We have discernment and trust. Oh my gosh. Okay, so listen. The reason I stopped reading is because it said, if this card comes out with the trust card, and I'm like, oh, we don't need that. Anyway, we have discernment here, and then we have trust. So let's go back to that acceptance, because like I said, I saw the trust card, and I stopped reading, said I'm going to stop that here, and then the trust card comes flying out. So back to acceptance, it's on page 33. If this card appears next to the trust card, the meanings of both cards are amplified. Trust swims hand in hand with acceptance, each bolstering the other. Perhaps someone close to you is in denial or refusing to accept the reality of a situation. If so, perhaps you can gently guide them towards acceptance as a form of relief and peace of mind. Meditation can help you to achieve a state of peaceful acceptance. Perhaps there's something or someone you need to forgive. Remember, forgiveness is another form of acceptance. Anything else? No. So yeah, we have trust and discernment here. So let's look at discernment first. Have you been drinking your water, pile 3? Because I'm feeling very thirsty, so I don't know. I don't usually feel thirsty in my readings. Like I never feel like I really need a drink. Hang on. All right, seriously, have you been drinking enough water? Because I don't usually feel that amount of thirstiness. Use discernment combined with wisdom, and soon you'll make a discovery that could benefit your life or the lives of others in a wonderful way. Something of great significance has been or is about to be discovered, and discernment will be required. The mermaid is contemplating the reality of her revelation and thinking about how and if this discovery should be revealed and to whom. You could find yourself in a situation where discernment combined with sensitivity is required. Perhaps something is about to be unearthed concerning your friends, family, or ancestors, or a secret may soon be revealed. It's vital to be discerning when sharing any information that comes to light at this time. If you've discovered or are about to discover some important information about someone, be mindful and use discernment if you decide to share this with a third party. Approaching the person or people directly would be the wisest way forward, using compassion and discernment when bringing up any sensitive subjects. Always give the other person an opportunity to share their truth before jumping to any conclusions. It's really weird. I'm having a hard time catching my breath in this reading, and I feel very thirsty. And like I said, that's not normally something that I experience, so maybe that's something that you're experiencing. Approaching the person or people directly would be the wisest way forward, using compassion and discernment when bringing up any sensitive subjects. Oh, I already read that, right? I did. Remember, you're not in court, so try not to cast judgment. Misunderstandings can occur if you allow your mind to fill in the gaps. So be discerning when imparting any revelations and share with an open heart and mind. This card is also saying that you're about to discover another aspect of yourself. Like layers of an onion, as each layer peels away, you can make new and exciting discoveries. Embrace any new facets that you unearth through your soul searching. So you could be in a situation where you needed to use your discernment. You know, you could be in the past, you could have been going through soul searching. Perhaps there was something you needed to release or something you needed to accept and, you know, trust in divine timing, I'm hearing. Let's look at the trust one. Trust in life. Nothing happens by chance, and the universe is guiding you towards your destiny. Have faith and trust. Beautiful. I'm just taking, oh my goodness, excuse me, a sip of my lemon water, which is bubbly. 111. This mermaid says everything is working out perfectly and for the highest good of all, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. It's important that you put your trust in life and know that all is well. And this is supposed to be current energy, but take it as it resonates, you know? Sometimes we can feel like a feather in the wind, blown this way and that, feeling out of control. Yet the truth is we're never really in control. Allow your heart and inner wisdom to guide you through your situation, knowing that your sun will rise and shine once again. When our rational mind becomes dominant, our need to control takes over. Life can be challenging. Yet within our mind, we also have the power to turn things around and surrender to our destiny as it unfolds, even if this feels uncomfortable at times. Know that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and there's nothing to concern yourself about. Life is creative and full of twists and turns. It's all part of the grand, harmonious symphony of existence, but it's okay to sing out of tune sometimes. Trust that life is metaphorically helping you compose a brand new song. However you interpret this card's meaning, the core message will keep coming back to trust. The place where you now find yourself is an indication that your destiny is unfolding. It is a time of rebirth into the new and unknown, which can be frightening, even though there is nothing to fear. Go within and know all is well as you trust in your life's process. And like I said, it's on page 111. Beautiful. And let's go future energy, please, Spirit. Future energy. We have acceptance. Well, look at that. That's so funny. For some reason, I want to do that. I feel like maybe in the past you had to use your discernment with something. Current energy, you're sitting in acceptance and trust over it. You know, we already read acceptance. It said, if those come out together, that power is amplified. So whatever you're accepting and trusting in, know that it's for your highest good. Know that it's, you know, very powerful energy here. I want to get one more. Oh dear. Okay. Hang on. That's the one I originally saw, so that's the one I'm taking. That's the one my guides say to take. I don't know what it says. It's time to make an important decision. Consider your choices carefully, then act. You might be pleasantly surprised by the outcome. So for some of you, you could have someone coming towards you with a choice. This is on page 50 and 51, Hierophant and Lover's energy. Take it as it resonates. Decisions is, you know, Lover's energy. Pondering her options, this mermaid knows that she can swim in any direction and the choice is ultimately hers. She knows her decision could affect others, so she spends some time thinking carefully about everything before she fully commits to a positive course of action. It's easy to procrastinate when it comes to making important decisions in life. We never really know how destiny will manifest, and as a result of our choices, we never know how destiny will manifest as a result of our choices. Okay. If you're finding it difficult to come to an important decision, it would be wise to consult the oracle using one of the more in-depth spreads or a trusted friend who has your best interest at heart. Speaking with a counselor might shed some light on the matter for you too. This card could also be telling you that someone you know is having to make a difficult decision, and they may require your wisdom and advice. In this case, ask the person to list the pros and cons of their options, then work through the decision-making process in a methodical way. Try to keep any strong emotions at bay during this time, as it will help them or you say things more clearly. Any decision you make can have a very happy outcome, so stay positive and look on the bright side. Trust your destiny, all is well. So, pile 3, I'm not really sure what you're going through here. It seems like, you know, this could be about love for a lot of you. You maybe had to accept and trust that the universe would bring you someone at the right time. You know, perhaps you had to use your discernment in the past with someone and see that it wasn't working and accept that you couldn't force them to change. However this energy is resonating to you, the tarot will give us a better idea. Hang on, I need another drink. Pile 3, drink your water. I am thirsty. Like, it's crazy how thirsty I am in this pile. That's never happened to me before. Drink your water. I sound like your mother. Drink your water. So anyway, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. I did shuffle and cut them. And we have the Fool, and we see, you know, either you're making a decision to take a leap of faith towards something, or someone's making a decision to take a leap of faith towards you. We have the 3 of Cups. Interesting. So let's have a shuffle here, my friends. We have the Hanged Man. So you could be in Hanged Man energy right now, accepting divine timing, trusting that the universe knows what's best for you. Maybe you're going through, you know, a break or a breakup. Maybe you haven't dated in a while and you're trusting that the universe is going to deliver someone for you, you know? Queen of Swords, interesting. Queen of Swords, using your discernment. So these aren't mermaid cards, but they have the mermaid image on them. So I thought that was a neat synchronicity. We have 10 of Pentacles. So whatever, oh my goodness. Whatever is happening right now is meant to bring you long-term stability. And I feel like this is what's coming, is this 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. So we're going to look at this discernment and this past energy and see what comes out. So show me past energy, please, Spirit. What are you having to discern? Yeah. We have 7 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. So it almost feels to me like you were investing in something, investing, and maybe not seeing the rewards of your investments. You know, you could have been in a connection where someone was treating you like an option. 7 of Cups. We have 7-7 here. Could be symbolic. And perhaps, you know, I did see the Queen of Swords. Perhaps you had to put up a boundary. Perhaps you had to say, what is this? Where is this going? I feel confused about this. You could have had to put yourself first. You know, you could have had to make the decision to choose you or to walk away from this person. It feels like it was something you wanted to give to, but it was confusing. Interesting. What's on the bottom? We have the 5 of Cups. So it could have been something, you know, yeah, Wally, it could have been something that, you know, broke your heart to do it, but you had to do it for your highest good. There's this energy of imbalance here. So I do feel like you could have been dealing with someone in the past who was inconsistent, you know, and you weren't seeing the same effort being put in. To me, it looks like you were more of an option than a choice. Like this person had other things going on. And yeah, 7 of Pentacles, you were giving, but it was like nothing was coming to fruition. And perhaps you had to use your discernment and pull back, you know, and trust in divine timing. Let's see this current energy. We have 6 of Swords. So, and the Hierophant. And the Lovers, yes. Yep. Yep. So for some of you, I'm seeing that this could have been, this is current energy. So current energy, one thing I'm hearing is you could actually be about to reconnect with someone from your past, someone that you've been in Hanged Man energy with. For some of you, you're already connecting with this person. I feel like you've already come back together. I feel like you had acceptance and trust in this situation. And I feel like this person probably came back and now you're trying to move forward together, trying to reconnect. We have the Lovers here. With the Decision card in the future energy, it could be that this person, you know, came back not fully ready. You know, with this Discernment card, it did talk about how someone else around you might need advice or whatever. One of these cards said that. And it talked about using your discernment. And it could be that, you know, in the near future here that you have a decision to make. Do you want to continue trying to reconnect with this person? Like this could be someone who's not ready for commitment and you are, you know, you could want a really traditional connection with them and they may not be ready. For some of you, it feels to me, if you're not talking to this person, that right now you are accepting what they're saying. You're accepting the fact that they're not communicating with you. You're accepting that there was an ending or that you're on a break. And you're trying to trust in the situation, you know, and move forward. I don't know if you're moving on from them, but it feels like you're trying to move forward and trust in the situation and not wait, so to speak. We have the Hierophant on the bottom. So right now you could be going through some spiritual lessons. You could be reconnecting with a Hierophant person, like someone you had higher level of commitment with, or someone, let me change that there. There we go. Or someone that, you know, you used to be married to. Perhaps you're trying to move on from a past marriage. It's a general reading, so it'll vary. I just, have you guys ever heard me drink this much during a reading? Nope. Water. So yeah, Hierophant energy. It feels like for some of you, you're very focused on moving forward. Some of you, I am hearing that you may be going through, it's funny, I'm looking, as soon as I was about to say transition, this is in my holder across on the other table, and it's 11, transition. So I feel like you're going through a time of transition, whether that's surrendering to the divine, whether that's reconnecting with someone and trying to surrender to the outcome. You know, it's really hard to just see how things go with someone, especially if you have that lover's connection. All right, let's get future energy here. 8 of Wands, communication. There it is. There it is. So for some of you, I feel like you had to use your discernment. How many times am I going to say that? In the past. And because you've been sitting in acceptance and trust, what did these cards say? As soon as you surrender to the divine and you release control, that's when the speed picks up. And that's what we have here. We have 8 of Wands. So we have rapid growth, rapid change, forward movement, communication, messaging back and forth. And we have the 6 of Wands on the bottom. So the 6 of Wands is success. It's feeling loved and appreciated. You know, if you are someone, this is interesting. For some of you, we've got the 6 of Pentacles here, and that looks like somebody checking out rings. Anyway. So we have the 6 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. So in the future, you're looking very stable here. You know, you might have to make a decision. I said lover's energy. I feel like someone could be coming towards you here in the near future to discuss this with you about how they, you know, how they want to be in your energy, how they see long-term commitment with you. For others of you, I feel like you're already reconnecting, and near future energy is, you know, you see rapid change and growth once you stop trying to control the outcome. Let's get another one for this 8 of Wands. We have the Hermit. So someone coming out of hermit mode, you know, someone coming out of isolation, someone who's been reflecting on this and learning about themselves. It could be that, you know, for some of you, if you're not resonating with that, you could be someone who had to let someone in your past go, and you've been waiting for new love. You've been moving forward with your own life, choosing yourself. And I feel like you're about to experience, you know, for some of you, this could be new love. For some of you, it's returning with this Hermit energy. But it's rapid movement there with the 8 of Wands. I want to get... You know, we have the 4 of Cups here, so it could be someone that you're not expecting. Someone that didn't appreciate you in the past. I'm like having difficulty here. I want to see who this is. Who is that? Who are you? 10 of Cups and the World. So this is someone that you probably saw emotional fulfillment with. For some of you, if this is new, this is going to be your 10 of Cups, you know, where you may settle down with this person. You could meet this person online. You could be at a distance from this person. For those of you who are dealing with a returning person, this shows the two of you reaching emotional fulfillment after coming back together, after cycles completing. Interesting. So 10 of Cups. So this is, you know, if you don't have anyone in your past who you feel that 10 of Cups energy with, then this is new for you, you know? Interesting. And it feels like you have a decision to make. What is this decision that you have to make? We have the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So for a lot of you, it's whether or not you want to give this past person another chance. Do you want to reconcile, you know? Ten of Swords speaks of an ending. So whether it's new or returning, it feels like you're going to have a decision to make where you leave the past in the past. You know, if it's new, you leave that past lover behind, the wounds that you got in that connection behind. If it's someone returning, you know, we see a reignition of passion here with the Ace of Wands. Someone wanting to put this back together, someone wanting to work on this Page of Pentacles. What advice do you need, my friend? What advice do you need? That one is going on the floor. We have the Four of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords. And I believe we have the Ten of Wands in reverse on the bottom. And we have Justice. So for a lot of you, just what I said about reigniting passion with that Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups in reverse talks about reigniting emotion, reigniting love. So, you know, for some of you, this is in reverse, Ten of Wands. This is the end of struggle. You know, if you feel really burdened right now, this is about to all become clear. That load is about to lighten, I'm hearing. The Four of Cups does show your love life picking up, is what I'm seeing. The Knight of Swords shows someone is coming in with fast communication. Eight of Wands, which we already knew. And Justice. And there's that Ten of Pentacles that we saw. So there's somebody here wanting a renewal. Eight of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. They want to, you know, have a renewal here, make things right. Justice. Very interesting energy, my friends. You know, Ten of Wands can also be about someone coming towards you, wanting to put the burdens down, someone who's sick of being away from you. And we have Justice and Knight of Swords showing communication, fast communication. It shows this person pursuing you. So, you know, if you don't want that past person back, take this as a new person and manifest new. We see Justice. That's, you know, someone perhaps apologizing, taking accountability, bringing this back into balance, compromise. Anything else, Spirit? We have the Three of Cups, and that's what I saw at the very beginning. So it feels like communication and collaboration. For some of you, if it's new, this could be a friend, you know. This could be a friend that maybe you had feelings for and they didn't return them. So you had to trust that you had to trust that if it was meant to be, it would be. For some of you, this is friendship turning into romance. For some of you, if you're dealing with a past person, it could be that this person wants to start off as friends. And in a counterpart reading I did yesterday on my Patreon, I was talking about how much that triggers feminines when someone says, well, maybe we should just be friends and see how that goes. A lot of feminines want commitment, you know, they want to get back together. So it could be that this person comes in, puts these burdens down and says, why don't we start off as friends? Why don't we see how this goes? And you may have a decision to make, you know. For some of you, because Mercury is in retrograde right now as I'm filming this, it could be that, you know, we have Two of Swords and decisions. And it could be that you have two people that you need to decide between. Look, didn't I say proposal? Didn't I say proposal? Look at that. The Ace of Pentacles, a ring. Interesting. So there is this King of Swords in your energy with a ring, like wanting to stabilize this. And like I said, well, this is the energy of that person coming in with clarity and communication. Interesting. And, you know, for some of you, it could be that you have to decide between old and new. Any last words for my pile 3? my goodness. So you could have been dealing with someone who is quite emotionally intense with the King of Cups in reverse. And I'm seeing something like, for some of you, look at this. We have the Four of Wands. So for some of you, this had to happen so that this could come into balance. This death had to happen so that this King of Cups could reflect and, you know, work on their energy. This could have been someone who found this connection very intense emotionally and pulled back. It also could be that you had to let go of a King of Cups. You'll know if it resonates. You could have had to let go of a marriage here, or you could have had to let go of a King of Cups so that you could go after your Four of Wands, so that you could go after another connection, or you could go after your counterpart connection, whatever that is. And we have Temperance on the bottom. So like I said, if this is someone you walked away from, we have the Eight of Cups here now. If this is someone you had to walk away from, you know, and you've been hoping they're returning, that's what this reading is saying. But I'm also seeing a collective where you could have had to walk away from another connection and open yourself up to new. Like I said, it's a general reading, so whatever message sits with you, take that as it resonates. It could be that you had to wash your hands of a situation from your past, a King of Cups in reverse, and go through a death and rebirth so that you could go after what you want. Maybe you're someone who was married and you met your counterpart who you weren't married to. You could have been married to someone else and then met a counterpart or a soul connection where you had to use your discernment, put yourself first, go after what you wanted. For some of you, like I said, it could just be that you're leaving behind someone who you know is no longer good for you and this is new. Please take it as it resonates. I'm hearing a lot. So I'm going to get you a couple of these heart cards for advice here. We have Rainbow. You are a jewel even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. And we have prayer. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Interesting. And we have miracle. Dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away. For I, your guardian angel, maybe you do have a guardian angel. My grandmother loved to garden, and I believe she's my guardian angel. Your guardian angel, I am constantly by your side. Surrender. Surrender all of your concerns to me and trust the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. Eight of Wands. Keep trusting. And then I'm going to get you a few of these ones, which is the universe has my back. They're affirmations. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. So there's something about perception here because it says where I perceive chaos, expanding my perceptions. So it could be that, you know, someone comes back towards you who still has a little chaos in their energy. Maybe in the past you let it get to you. This is really interesting because for some of you, I'm seeing that possibly Possibly you may have to choose between trusting in this and your fear, because this card is here on the bottom. I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So you could have been someone who chose fear in the past. Maybe your person chose fear, you know? I am the loving energy of the universe. I surrender to a power greater than me. So there's a lot about surrender, and I'm seeing death and rebirth there with the butterfly transformation. So whatever you are accepting, whatever you had to accept in the past, and whatever you're trusting in, that's what's coming in, whatever that means to you. So hopefully I didn't confuse you with all the different messages. And that's it. There's no bottom of the deck energy because the cards are flipped onto each other. Actually, you know what? I am going to take this one. Energy flows where my intention goes. So like I said, if you don't want your past person back, put your intention into the new. Anyway, my pile threes, this wasn't meant to be a long one, so hopefully it resonated. I felt really called to just do an oracle card reading today. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope this brings you some guidance and some comfort. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.